Hey y'all, welcome back to Movement Link and another follow along class. We're gonna warm up together, do a nasty grinder of a workout today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be wearing our rucks. We've got our sandbags. And we're just gonna kind of chip away at this one. But today we've got 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go all the way up to 10 reps for intensity and technique. Sandbag ground to overheads wearing our ruck. Sandbag front squats wearing our ruck. So today's gonna get just nasty. It's just gonna be a grind. So it's gonna go 1 ground to overhead, 1 front squat, 2 ground to overheads, 2 front squats. So we're gonna talk more about strategies and stuff later. For right now, you just gotta get your sandbag and ruck near you, and let's go warm up. All right, cool. So let's just start with some arm swings across the chest. And as we do this, just like always, squeeze your butt cheeks, draw that belly button in to kind of get that length from the low back. Kegel, screw those feet into the floor. We're looking at just maintaining that spine position as we go here. So let's go back and up. Let's pay attention to our shoulder positions, and as we go back, we want the palms going back, and as we go up, we want the palms going back also. So we're gonna have to rotate kind of with it as we go. Okay, let's go big ones backwards. And big ones forwards. Alright, now stick those arms out to the side. We're gonna take one hand, go palm forward and up, and the other hand palm like down and backwards as you reach out. Then we're gonna rotate them back and forth. The big mistake people make here is as they rotate that hand down and back, they dump that shoulder forward. So let's make sure we're pulling those shoulder blades back together. We're reaching out and we're really just trying to get that rotation with the shoulders in their sockets in the right spot. Now let's go short lever. So we're just gonna go like scarecrow arms. We're gonna do the same thing here. All right, let's get a little bit of rotating going on. Draw that belly button, so let's try to stay tall. And then let's hinge over. Try and keep your feet flat on the floor. It's okay if your weight shifts around just a little bit. We're just gonna rotate bent over here. All right, let's go ahead and do some jumping jacks. Those ankles warmed up. We can check in on that body position. So belly button drawn in. Just controlling that pelvis position. Let's go ahead and just hop up and down. And go ahead and get our arms like we're running. Shoulders kind of back in their sockets. Everything nice and tight. All right, let's go ahead and just get into a squat position. We can kind of just bounce around down here. So let's go. Feet perfectly flat on the floor. Feel your big toes, heels grip as we screw our hands in. We'll just kind of bounce a little bit. Then keep your chest high. You can put your hands down if you need, but we're gonna go knee over the toes, down to the ground, and then we'll come back up and go knee over the toes, down to the ground. This will help us get those toes and feet warmed up, especially for the extension part of running. Okay, now let's just stick your butt up in the air, draw your belly button in. We'll just wiggle around here. Okay, then we're gonna get down on all fours. So just hands and knees. Screw those hands into the ground. We're gonna drop the shoulder blades. So try and keep your back neutral. So we're not gonna do a big cat-cow. We're just gonna keep back neutral. You drop those shoulder blades or drop your chest to the ground and then push away. As you do this, we're gonna keep that push-up twist into the ground. Keep those elbows locked out. Then let's walk your hands forward. Thumbs together, screw your hands into the ground, and then let's push yourself down. But keep a lot of pressure through an even weight through your hands and fingers. As you screw those hands into the ground, you lean to the right, lean to the left. All right, let's get into a push-up plank position. We're just gonna check in on that body position. We can go a hair wider than usual with our feet. We're just gonna go butt tight, belly button drawn in. Okay, now what we're gonna do is just challenge this position. So try and keep everything equal and bring that right leg up in the air and try and make it just parallel with your body. So we're not gonna stick it way high, just like in line with your body. And then let's switch and go left foot up in the air. Good. Okay, now from that push-up plank position, we're just gonna go right foot next to our right hand. Squeeze that back butt cheek, draw your belly button in, and we're just gonna wiggle around here. Working that hip extension of that trailing leg, so we really need to draw our belly button in, squeeze our butt cheeks. Okay, then let's go back to that plank position. We're gonna make this a little bit harder now. So let's take your left hand, so first set up the core, so butt tight, belly button drawn in. We're gonna take that left hand, you're gonna have to lean a little onto the right side and raise that left hand up with the palm to the sky. And hold, and then let's come back. So shifting as little as possible, you have to do a little bit of it. Go to that left hand now and take the right hand up. All right, now let's go left foot next to our left hand. Squeeze that trailing butt cheek, draw your belly button in, shove your hips down. We'll wiggle around here. Okay, now we're gonna kind of add in and we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. So let's go back to that push-up plank position. Left hand is gonna come up, so brace that core first. Left hand is gonna come up, and then the opposite leg, so right leg, is gonna go up also, so we kind of hang out there and fight. Then we're gonna go to the other side. So right hand, left leg. Slow, try and have as little change in your body as possible. And then back. And then we're just gonna inchworm our way up. So walk your hands back in, but go real slow. Keep your palms on the ground. Get your heels on the ground as fast as you can. Keep your palms on the ground as long as you can as you come up. Ooh, I know, I'm out of breath. All right, so now we're gonna get into a little bit of just balancing. So let's go ahead and just stand on our right foot as we're kind of catching our breath a little bit. That plank stuff is tough. Okay, go ahead and lean a little bit forward to feel your toes. And lean way back to feel your heels. Lean to the inside to feel the inside arch. Lean outside to feel that outside arch. Okay, let's switch feet. So let's go left foot. Same thing, we can lean around. So go ahead and go lean forward, back, all around. The other thing to check in on is, are you drawing your belly button in? Is that posted leg, is that butt cheek flexed? Okay, so let's go back to the right foot. Now what we're gonna do is, I want you to go as low as you can, perfectly. What I mean by perfectly, we don't want ankles caving in or anything too crazy to happen here. We're gonna go as low as you can perfectly, keeping your opposite leg as close to the ground and as far out as you can. So just go to your lowest best position, wherever that is. Give it a little bit of a pause, and then we're gonna come back up. Okay, we're gonna do that on the other side. So each of these are just gonna be go to your lowest best position, going down, wherever that is, give it a little pause, breathe, and then we'll come back up. All right, so we're gonna keep doing these, but we're gonna change where that opposite leg goes. So now we're gonna go stand on that right leg again, but now the left leg is gonna go back behind us. So left leg back behind you. So you go as low as possible. Oh, don't fall over like I just almost did. Give it a breath, make sure you're in control, then we'll come back up. Good. Left leg, go back as far as possible, foot as close to the ground. Try and get your toes pointed at the ground. Once you hit your lowest position, breathe, and then we'll come back up. Okay, so now it gets a little goofier. We're gonna go out sideways. So balancing on your right foot, your left foot is gonna go out to the left. And again, you're just paying attention to your feet, trying to keep weight even on your feet, trying to go in range of that ankle. Take a breath, come back up. We're gonna go out the other side. So right foot out now. Going as low as you can. Once you hit that lowest point, big breath, come back in. Okay, now we're gonna do like a curtsy move. So balancing on that right foot, taking that left foot back behind us this way. As you go down, keep that foot as close to the ground as you can without touching it. If you ever need to put that leg down, you always can tap the ground to get balance back. Breathe, then come back up. Last one we're doing. Let's go to the other side. Go to that lowest position. Really pay attention to that balance of the foot. And then come back up. Okay, so let's go ahead and just finish it with 10 just perfect air squats. Let's do a few slow. On that fifth one, let's pause down at the bottom. Just check in. Is weight balance on your feet, belly button drawn in. Let's come back up and check in. Are your butt cheeks already flexed, belly button drawn in? Let's do 5 fast, trying to maintain those positions. Nice. All right. There we have it. All right, y'all. Now that we're warmed up, let's talk more specific warm up for this particular workout. What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave the ruck off for the beginning, and we're just gonna get a couple rounds in. So we're gonna do 2 rounds of 3 reps, ground to overhead with the sandbag front squats. Then we're gonna throw that ruck on, and we're gonna get a 3rd round. So we're just gonna do 1 with the full weight here of 3 ground to overheads wearing the ruck, 1 front squat wearing the ruck. Let's get after it. Gotta focus more on breathing during my front squats. I think this workout would be nasty without the ruck on. It's definitely going to be a grind today. Definitely something I didn't consider is with the pads on your shoulders, really makes that overhead position a lot tougher to get into. So those lockouts today are gonna be much harder than usual, so gotta be ready for that. Okay, so getting ready for this workout, we should be nice and warmed up, ready to go. Strategy is gonna be everything on this one. It's gonna be nasty. So really what we're looking for is, if you've done these setups a lot, you know the first bit is just a complete trap. Usually you feel really good through rounds 1 through 3 and you're kind of thinking, what were they talking about? And then usually it's like round 5 or 6 where it really hits you that, oh my gosh, this is gonna hurt. So the thing to keep in mind also, and it just helps so much mentally, is just to know that it's somewhere in that like round 7, almost around 8, where you're halfway through. So that 8, 9, and 10 are big rounds. That is the second half of the workout. So I like using just kind of the mental strategies of just kind of chip away. Don't get too caught up in how quickly you're moving in the beginning, because it's about to come to a screeching halt. Usually that round like 5, round 6, screeching halt. So you just got to take it one thing at a time as we kind of get there. So your first goal is just to get to round 5 nice and smooth. And then once you're on round 5, goals change. It's just do your set, move on to the next round, and then you just have to have that tunnel vision. And it's really easy to get overwhelmed when you're hitting these sets, and especially you're getting up to 7 and 8 and you're working your butt off to get to 7, and then you start thinking, oh my god, next round I've got to get to 8, then I've got to get to 9 and 10. It can start getting overwhelming really quickly. So keep your head, narrow focus. This is just going to be a grind, chip away, make it look good workout, but nothing's going to happen fast here. So as far as strategies go, the ground to overheads kind of just depends how you feel. You can link these together. You can also just drop from overhead. The dropping from overhead is going to be a really good way just to control your heart rate and stuff. But when we drop it from overhead, we got to spend some extra time and energy setting back up to get in a good position off the floor. So you're going to kind of have to play around with different strategies, and it's going to probably be that round 5 or 6 where it's going to be a good idea to play around with a couple strategies to see what's going to keep you the most consistent, moving the quickest without blowing you up too early. But the drop singles might be the way to go on the ground overheads. Linking them might be the way to go too. With the front squats, I think for the most part here, it just really depends where that heart rate is. But I think for the most part is once you get it up, it's just going to be do a rep. So these aren't going to be like machine gun front squats. But I think the strategy is going to be go unbroken. If we end up breaking front squats up, it's probably going to be into 2 sets. And it's probably going to be starting at that round of 6. We'll go 3-3, then 4-4. And so on, and we'll actually 3-3, 4-4. You do too many, so you break up 7, 4, and 3. Probably didn't need to say that. Anyway, I think the front squats strategy is going to be going broken. We'll see. I'll check back in after the workout, give you some tips before you do the workout, and then you can join me and let's get this thing going. All right, so I just got done with this. It was brutal. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. You're just going to have to hang in there. Nothing happens fast. So we're going to throw a 20-minute time cap, and it felt very similar to what I thought, where it was just battling. Surprisingly to me, I already felt like I was battling on round 3, and usually in workouts like this, it's not until 5 or 6 where the battle really happens. So all that means is when it's around 5 or 6, that means it's more of a sprinty workout. This is not at all a sprinty workout. So this is just going to be chip away. Starting on round 3, man, it was really just 1 rep at a time on the ground overhead. And then unbroken on the front squats. They're super heavy, but unbroken is the way to go. You don't want to have to pick it up. You're already in the position. Just kind of fight for it. So the one additional thing I figured out, took me a few rounds to implement it, is I waited, and after my last ground to overhead, I came back down to the front rack position. I just went from there. So the first few rounds, I did a squat clean into my front squats, but you can just save that time and effort and just go last ground to overhead straight into those front squats. But with this 20-minute time cap, I expect a lot of people to get capped today. So just kind of expect that 15 to 20 minutes. People can go sub 10 on this one for sure, but they're going to be using probably a lighter sandbag or no ruck. So if you're someone who struggles with the overhead position or you're new to working out, leave out the ruck on this one. Like I said, this one's nasty, and just doing it with the sandbag would be an amazing workout. If you're going just sandbag, expect that 5 or 6 round to be tough. If you're going ruck and sandbag, really expect it to be tough starting round 3 or 4. Hang in there. This is a fun one. All right, get set, and I'll start with you here in a little bit. All right, y'all. Start slow, conservative. It's going to be a grinder. So take a big breath. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Don't get trapped in the beginning.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang in there, y'all. I think the camera being on is the only reason I'm so good. Just hang in there. One thing at a time. You can only do the Rucker on. Hang in there, guys. Step away. duck noise. Squeak. Here we go, y'all. Still working, keep working. Just chip, chip. One at a time. Put those blinders on. One at a time. Come on, you'll get there. There you go. You know you're doing it, you made it this far. It's through the hard stuff, really. It's not fun, but you gotta just keep chipping. You'll get there. Come on now, you got it. Focus on the technique aspect. Just do that thing right. Helps distract you with the number of reps. Just chip away out of here. It'll be over, everything ends. Make it look good. Some sloppy reps might work in there. Just make the next rep better. Hang in there, y'all. Hang in there. Here you go, y'all. Keep it up. And time. Good job, y'all. Good job. That was nasty. Oh, whew, awesome job, y'all. Man, that one was nasty. I don't know if you finished before me. Man, I think a lot of people today are going to finish way before me or after me. There really wasn't that much time after me to get to that time cap. I was pretty darn close to it. I don't remember what my time was, but it was definitely past 15 minutes. I didn't have long before that 20-minute time cap. Anyway, it started to be a grind early, so I hope you just hung in there, tried to make it look good, did what you can. If you didn't finish this one, no big deal. If you worked for 20 minutes and tried to make it look good, you're doing awesome. So you can click one of these videos here for the cool down, or you can go search around MovementLink.Fit for more workouts, more coaching. Always contact me, shoot comments, do whatever you need to if you got any questions, and I'll see you next time.